Present. I'm sorry, Commissioner.
Yes, sir. You are.
I just took off there.
That's okay.
Call the meeting to order, determine there's a quorum present. Commissioner Wardlaw here, Commissioner Vasquez here, Commissioner Nettleton, and Commissioner Flores, and myself. We're all here. We have a quorum. Commissioner Nettleton to lead us in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approving item number 4. Approving. Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Aye? Aye. 5-0 vote. Citizens' comments? We have none. Approving subdivision plats? None. We're moving right on. Approving, yeah, we got it twice. We got 2 number 6s. You wanna try again? Item approving subdivision? None. Approving certificates of compliance? None. Approving monthly reports from elected officials? Move. Second. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Okay. Approving bills? Move. Second. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. Matt, is there anything in there that stood out or you found none?
No.
All those in favor? Aye. Commissioner Vasquez? 5-0 vote.
Aye.
Item 10, report on application for Texas Veterans Commission grant for transportation funds. Adrian, you got it? Please.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
So we got approved for the $75,000 grant from the Texas Veterans Commission for the transportation. We also set aside just a little over $10,000 for help with rent and utilities for veterans that may be in distress, to help cover some of that cost. That cost is going to cover all of the gas. We had to make some amendments to the application. We turned them in last week, and it was accepted. I still don't have the award letter, but it did get approved at the Commissioner's Court in San Antonio. So that money will be coming down to us.
Great.
And I think that's it. It also is going to cover the wages of the drivers with a small little raise. And everything else is, well, the maintenance cost, everything will get taken care of.
That's great. Good job. Good job. You need anything from us, Adrian?
Negative, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Could you hang around for a little bit, or do you need to leave?
Nope.
Okay, appreciate it. Item number 11, auditor's report.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Judge? Good morning.
Is there any questions in the budget or the expense approval report? Or the fund balance report?
No.
Or the audit report? Yes, we got that as well.
The auditor's report, we probably need to take a whole, the meeting for that.
Unless you just want to skim over it. No,
Well,
teasing,
you can take-
teasing.
What are you hiding?
You hear an auditor say scam, I never get
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, I need some time to really go through this
Okay,
comprehensive audit. I glanced at it, but it's,
all right.
are we still planning on doing the audit committee?
We are, yeah. That was rolled up into the contract. That's going to happen whenever, I guess, things calm down sometime in 2021. I'm just teasing about that as well, but when things calm down.
They probably work on it in June, get it done in June.
Yeah, we
Or
could
the committee
try
go
to.
ahead, we need to go and get past this.
Okay,
So
so
we'll
we'll,
come down here in June and we can.
Yeah.
The audit committee and then press for commission report and then.
Yes, okay.
all right, we'll do that.
The auditor's report, we have any? We're good?
We are good.
Do we need any action on
No, it was already accepted, the last Commissioner's Court of July. This is just actually, we got it back from print.
Okay.
I sent you a digital copy in April, but this is just the print.
Okay. Won't leave. Budget adjustment, other audit, $3,000?
This was, during budget time, we set it up, we just set up the prior year's number. When we got the contract back in October that was signed, there was a $3,000 increase. The price has steadily been going up every year. However, this contract is a 3-year contract. It locks in the price, so the price is not going to go up in the next 3 years.
Is this the first year, so we have 2 left?
Correct.
Motion, where are we getting the money?
We're going to take out a contingency.
Motion to approve out of contingency. Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Commissioner Vasquez? Aye. 5-0 vote. Thank you, sir. Item B, certification of revenue and assignment appropriations, JP4 court cost account.
This was, supposed to say JP 1 through 4 court cost account. If you collect all of our court costs. This is really just a culmination of prior years, the 10% timely filing fee that we get to collect. However, this was not budgeted and it was not gone through, but it is now. And normally, this would just be put in fees of office. However, since contingency is where it is, it's probably a good choice to go ahead and receive this revenue in and just put it in contingency.
I'll make a motion to certify the revenue and assign it to contingency.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Okay, we got the hint over there. Treasurer's report, we don't need any action. Depository contract, number 14.
No action on the treasurer's report is needed. We already did that at the last meeting. On depository contracts, it's come up that we're at the time to renew our contract. There's 2 ways of doing this. We can go out for bids, post it, do a 4-year renewal, or we can extend it for 2 years. I've spoken to both of our depositories. Both of them are in agreement that they don't mind going out for another 2 years on a
Motion to extend for 2 years.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. I'm gonna abstain. My wife works at one of the banks.
I do need signatures on this, and I believe it would be you, just to accept them.
You make that part of your motion, Commissioner?
I'll amend my motion to authorize the judge to sign.
Second, accept. All those in favor? 4-0 vote. Another abstention. Item 15, adopting resolution authorizing submission of coronavirus emergency supplement funding grant application to the office of the governor. Explanation.
This is the,
Sure, which one?
is this the one that we're looking at for the 7?
No, this is the grant that's, this project, we're going to compete, we're with the COGS.
Okay.
This is, it's in the attachment.
The 37,000?
That sounds about right. I know there were some late additions in there.
This is from the sheriff's office.
Mhm.
Does this cover all of our other stuff, or is this just?
No, this is just a project that's put together, and if it's funded, we will proceed with this.
What's the project? Sheriff. What's the project? Item 15. I have a deal from your office, 37,000. What?
Yes, those are things that, to battle the coronavirus, we have an incinerator, we have some equipment for our personnel in there.
So this is money you're applying for from the governor's office to set this up?
Yes.
We haven't done it yet.
No, sir.
Okay.
We're good?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Discussion on road logs. I believe all of y'all, had received them, and I think all of them already signed it, notarized, so we're good.
I'll make a motion to make them part of the minutes, so that they are, all the road logs are part of the minutes.
Okay. We'll make sure that they have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. We'll make sure that she gets them. Janie gets them. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. There we go. Approval to pay request for payment number 15 under SHC contract number 7217013 in the amount of $110,027.93, and for the county judge and county auditor to sign request reconstruction. not feasible for rehabilitation, and new construction job checklist and residential rehabilitation job checklist.
Move.
Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. 18, authorizing county judge to sign supplement to Texas CDBG for additional funding for direct assistance to residents with COVID-19 related economic impact. Mortgage, Ron?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
This is a supplemental $250,000, $250,000 to help Colonia residents during the times of COVID. We all know there's an awful lot of people hurting out there. They've designated 8% of that fund as an admin fee that's pretty standard for this type of funding. So it'd be $230,000 that would go to activities and $20,000 to admin is what the state's proposing. You have some choices. Judge, would like me to go over some of the choices y'all can make? We got choices as far as the activities. There's 3 activities they give you to do. One is mortgage relief and assistance. One is for utility bill assistance, and the other one is for food and what they call other, such as medical necessities and whatnot. You can do any one of the 3. You can do all 3. You can do 2 out of the 3. They cap it at $2,000 of assistance per family, per household. So, for example, if you wanted to reach the most amount of people possible, we could give out $100 HEB gift cards, but then that would reach the maximum amount of people possible, about a little over 1,000 people. Or we could help with the full $2,000 would help 115 households. So it's just kind of an idea of which activities we want to do and which amount.
What criteria would you use to qualify?
It's all ridiculously easy. Most of it's self-certification. One major component is that you have to be 50% of area median income, which is pretty low, but it's all a self-certification process. When they first rolled this out, they were saying that you had to be 50% of area median income before the coronavirus, and I convinced them to do it current because we wanted to try and target the people that were impacted by COVID, not what they made last year, but what they're making now. So 50% or less, it's a self-certification. Basically, they just have to, I swear that I make this amount of money.
And I think, if the court would set either a limit, maybe 1,000, 1,200, or 1,500 on what each individual would make, or that could be qualified for.
Absolutely.
Judge, if you may, Judge, one number, Judge, that I was thinking that would really, and it would spread out, the help to more people. One number that I was definitely looking at, doing a little bit of studying on would be a $1,200 limit. I think that would help out more people, and I think that's where I feel at least, see what other the commissions think, what you think, but I think $1,200 would be a perfect number.
It's up to y'all.
Based off of all 3 criteria, or just give them a check for $1,200?
No, they have to meet the criteria. Either way, they'd have to meet the criteria. The only thing is, though, that whatever they would apply for, the maximum they could get would be the $1,200.
Yes.
How many families did you figure would be able to help $1,000?
$2,000 would be 115. So if we went around 1,000, that'd be about double that, about 200.
So I think the best route would be $1,000 per family. That way, like Mr. Buster says, we can help more people. Instead of helping 115, we can help 230.
No, I like that number. Another number that may be good is around $500.
Across the board to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you've been impacted, and if you have lost your job, the $500 pretty much 1 month.
But yeah, it's not much.
$1,000 or $1,200, now you're helping with 2 months rent.
Yes, sir.
And you started 1,200?
1,000. 12, that's fine.
Huh?
Yeah.
Make motion?
I'll make a motion.
There's one more point we have to decide, if I may. Geography. So the state has written it so that everybody in all 17 colonias throughout the county are currently eligible. If you wanted to narrow down the field to just the 5 colonias that are in the current contract, you can do that. One reason to do that is because I don't know if the county is going to be applying for any of the CARES Act, but my understanding is there's a portion of the CARES Act the county is eligible to apply for that would be very similar to this, that you can target just the folks in Del Rio or the folks that don't receive assistance through this fund.
How many people are in the 17 colonias?
I'd have to go back to the charts. I know there's about 6,000 or 7,000 in the 5 that we've currently got in the contract. Valverde Park Estates, Cienfuegos Terrace.
We need more money.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you do, you're recommending the 5?
I'm recommending the 5 to
And
narrow it
those are
down.
which colonials?
I'm recommending the 5 that are in the current contract just to avoid any kind of
But
dispute.
which ones are those?
Verde Park Estates 1 and 2, Cienega Terrace, the town of Comstock, and Rise Estates in the Escondido
Are
development.
we going to set it up where we, because you're gonna have a rush of people that come in.
Right.
We need to have some kind of system where each one of the colonials gets something out of the deal. It can't all just be the first group that shows up.
We could write a plan, which I would intend to bring back to you just to go over some of the fine details. What I'm envisioning to avoid any kind of mad rush or big lineup where people at the very end of the line are jockeying for position is something like we announce a date where we begin to accept applications. We accept applications for 2 or 3 week time periods so everyone gets it in. And then we can work policies such as, well, we want 40 families from each colonia
There you
at
go.
first.
Yeah, we need to divide that where everybody has a fair
Yes, sir.
and equitable.
And then after a period of time, if we don't have 40
Well,
families
then,
from
yeah,
each colonia,
you can
then
adjust, but we need something in the beginning that says, we're gonna divide it 40 each colonial, or 20, whatever the number
Yes.
is, but, so that everybody has an opportunity in each colonial to be able to qualify for something.
I'd be happy to write that in the rules.
I think that's a great idea. Commissioner, I would think that we base it on the population of the colonia. If it's 1,000 residents, a percentage
Yes, sir.
per colonia.
Can you bring something back to us?
Absolutely. Can do that next.
Bring it back to us in 2 weeks, and let's get working, because I know there's a timeline,
Yes, sir.
right? So motion is to leave it at 1,200.
1,200.
We had a motion, Commissioner Nelson, or do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. We had a motion, Commissioner, Flores, seconded by Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. And just for the record, we've gone through our regular contract. We added more money last year to it, and now we're getting this. So, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Ron.
Item 19, authorization to use the grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture on the Alcoa Baseball Fields Improvement Project.
Move.
Second. Motion, Commissioner Hamilton, second Commissioner Flores, real quick. Carl, would you come up and give us an idea of, where we stand with this? You don't mind?
Texas Department of Agriculture just recently, announced to Verde County that, all the, acts and everything, with the environmental, with the Alcoa Field Improvement Project has been met according to the National Environmental Policy Act. So that's a big step. And, so now the county has the authority to go ahead and use the grant funds. The county has not been awarded that particular project yet. We anticipate that's probably happening within the next 60 days. So, but the county does have the green light to move forward if they so choose to do that, or if they wanted to wait till they actually got the contract from the Texas Department of Agriculture and execute that contract. Whichever case, the environmental part is complete and done, and so you can move forward and proceed with
Is there any risk of moving forward before the contract is signed?
Do what?
Is there any risk of moving forward before the contract is signed?
Well, there's always a risk. I mean, until the ink is dried, there's no guarantee that those funds, that the county's going to receive those funds. But just yesterday, a lady up there at TDA sent an email to the judge and I. They had a couple of little questions about the application. Simply just turn it around, probably by tomorrow. But as you know, with everything that goes on in the federal bureaucracy, there's no guarantee. We're pretty sure those funds are going to, the county's going to receive them, but at the same time, there's no guarantee until the ink is dry.
We've already hired the engineer, right, for this, for sub-design?
Do what?
We've already hired the engineers,
You all have gone through the procurement process and selected an engineer, yes.
so we still have to go through the design before we do anything else.
That's correct.
So we could at least proceed with, working on design.
Absolutely. If y'all wanted to do, the restrooms
You
or,
want to go ahead and make that motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to move forward with design on the fields, the Alcoa fields, while we're waiting on the final approval of the grant.
Second, accept that. Okay. Carl, we okay with that?
yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 20, adopting resolution requesting HAVA funding with the Secretary of State Office.
Yes, sir. I didn't put it on the agenda, but I don't mind discussing it.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, Mr. Esser, sent us a resolution for the court to sign. In order to be eligible, we still have to apply, but in order to be eligible for the 3 major grants that are gonna be out there for elections, not just elections, there's some COVID money in there also. The court must, pass a resolution. The resolution should be in your packet. I believe there's only one correction. I don't know who prepared it, Judge, so I'm sorry.
That's
But
good.
I think, paragraph, next to the last paragraph, it says SOC in caps. It should say Secretary of State. Okay? So, there is gonna be, you do need to name a point of contact along with the resolution. But this is the first step.
What are we applying for? What are we trying to accomplish?
We haven't gotten to that point yet. In order to get the money that's gonna be available to each county, there are 3 different grants, and they're all specific for what you can do with them. And we need to get together and decide what we're gonna apply for. Mr. Esser, you wanna speculate a little bit?
Yeah, actually, they kind of amended that a little bit since then. You're not applying, you don't, an application anymore. You're gonna get a direct allocation based on the, statistics of the people that voted in the last election in 2019.
We're gonna get a real small check.
And so, there'll be a doc signed agreement, it'll come to the, county judge's email. The resolution needs to be adopted prior to him, signing that electronically, but it'll be a direct, Uvalde County's getting about $26,000. So,
Judge, I'll make a motion that we move forward to requesting this funding and make Janie the point of contact.
Okay, will that work?
yes, sir.
Second.
Commissioner Flores, made a motion, Commissioner Nelson had a second, all those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
You'll keep us informed, Jane?
Yes, sir. I'll bring back whatever we're gonna be doing, because I'm gonna have to clarify that.
Are we good with that one?
Yes.
Item 21, adopting resolution authorizing submission of coronavirus relief fund grant application in Texas Department of Emergency Management.
Okay, y'all may recall the state of Texas received $583 million from the CARES Act. And, it came down to the state of Texas. And the state of Texas has divided that up with already eligible, cities and counties, incorporated cities and counties in Texas. And so Verde County, the way the state did this, they based it on $55 per capita, $55 per person. Verde County, they based the 2019 population, Verde County at 49,025 people. And so, the actual county's population is 13,173. These are people in the unincorporated area. The city of Del Rio is 35,852. So, Verde County's allocation based on $55 per person is $724,515. The state of Texas is going to set aside and we'll send Verde County 20% up front. These funds are to be used for, items that the county, or I guess you would say eligible costs, or emergency costs that the county has incurred since, the beginning of the pandemic back in March. And the county will receive those funds electronically up front. We've already had 3 entities, it's only been out about a week. We've already got 3 entities that the monies have already been deposited into other applicants' bank accounts. And so Delaware County will receive $144,903 if the county decides to move forward with this. And then the county will have to submit documentation, justifying these costs, such, what y'all did with the, distributing food and the disinfecting and personnel time.
And I'll tell you, they've kept between all the commissioners, everybody working on it, and thank you, Matt and Kevin, y'all's departments have kept track of all this. It's been amazing what y'all have done.
And so keep in mind that after you have, documented and used the 144,000, you have, about 600,000 more that you could tap into if you have additional costs between now and December 30th of 2020.
Is this money we can use to assist businesses that were closed and stuff like that?
There's a lot of different ways to use these funds. I don't know if we can actually they can go to businesses or not.
Yeah, we can do business grants up to 25%. There is 6 categories, but really there's just 2 categories. There's 1 through 3 and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, medical, public health, payroll costs. That can be anywhere from 0 to 100% of these funds. 4, 5, and 6. 5 is part of the business grants. Other conditions to help promote social distancing. Category 4, category 6 is other. We are limited to 25% in categories 4, 5, and 6. So it's really just 2 categories. The categories where we're limited and categories where we're 25%. So every dollar we do spend in categories 4 and 6 takes away $1 from the economic grants. So we just want to keep that in mind.
And the city's getting like 1.9 million?
Correct.
Is there any way we can get together with the city? I think some of this money needs to go to help some of these businesses that were completely closed down. They weren't even able to open with drive-throughs and stuff like that. If there's an ability to assist some of these businesses to keep them, where they can continue to function.
Correct.
But I think we need a plan on how we're gonna do that. And I was thinking maybe we create a committee with the city and the county and come up with a plan to bring back to the court and the city council of how somebody would apply for some of those funds.
Yeah, if one entity uses their, complete, allocation and the other entity does not, well then those funds can be moved laterally from one entity over to the other.
No, we'll get with it. We'll get with Matt from the city.
I think we need to cover our costs, but we need to also plug in and help, because there are some businesses that completely got to close and they have no revenue.
And it would streamline the process.
Which is, beauty shops and bars and some restaurants, and there's a list. And I think we need to come up with a mechanism of how they're gonna apply and qualify to be able to get money, and then we can also assist with, payments for, mortgages and stuff like that if we need to, and some sort of system, to be able to help out some of the people that were hurt the worst.
Commissioner, how about the people that lost their jobs? A lot of them got laid off, they're not part of the business right now, but.
Well, no, part of the CARES Act, I believe, allows us to assist those people. So what I'm saying is we get together and create a system of how we're gonna distribute it in percentages, some businesses, some individuals, to be able to try to help out as many people as we can while still recouping some of our costs. But, if you put the 1.9 plus the 750 together and after you cover our cost, then there's some money left to be able to help some additional people and then still be able to look at cost as we go along. I don't think this thing is over by any form or fashion. So, we're still gonna have, you said through December? It's up to the court.
No, we need to look at it. We talked about it, 2 weeks ago. We actually reached out to check so we come up with a plan with the city, so. Yeah.
So maybe we can appoint some people from the county and the city can appoint some people and we put together a plan and bring back and then the courts adopt it and somebody manages it.
Sounds like a great idea. That way that removes the confusion and these entities don't have to apply to 2 different entities.
Yeah, it just, and I think we need to prioritize the hardest hit and then work our way down the list.
I have a motion to adopt the resolution.
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote. If y'all don't mind, item 23, discussion matters related to COVID. If y'all don't mind, I'd like to go into executive session. Real quick. And, you'll not wait real quick and then, let me get to the item. Item 39, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege. We'll now go into executive session. It is 9:32. Shouldn't take long, folks. Little break and then we'll go into executive session. I'm not mind if y'all wait a little bit.
You go back there, or you want to do it?
We're too close in there. Y'all don't mind giving us the room for just a little bit. When?
Okay.
We are now, we are back in session. 10:27, item 22, discussing matters related to COVID-19.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion to, create a position for a contact tracing person with a salary up to $32,000 under the county judge's, office.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. Matt, funds?
To be paid out of contingency and then reimbursed through the COVID grant.
You got it. Second accept? Second accept. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 23, to amend approved amount of $2,000 to $2,700 on one-year agreement with the city of Delville for alerts and census emergency. We'd already approved the $2,000, but it actually came in at $2,700, so.
This is for them to do the phone work.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry. You got a motion, Commissioner Nelson, second Commissioner Flores, and it was a 5-0 vote. Sorry about that. Item 24, approving the transfer of a 1998 Ford water truck from precinct 1 to and for the use at the fairgrounds at a cost of $5,000 using funds from an account designated by the court. Can we wait on them? What are we doing? Stand up? You were getting up?
I don't know, have any information on this, what,
Okay. Can we
Would you
go
like
ahead
to-
and, Martin, would you be all right waiting for, like, towards the end of this fiscal year before we transfer them?
No problem.
Okay.
Motion to table then.
Well, let's move the truck
Oh,
and just
okay.
do them. We have a motion to move the truck from precinct 1 to fairgrounds and then wait on the funds till the end of closer to the end of the fiscal
Make a
year.
motion.
You made the motion, Commissioner Wardlaw?
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw made the motion, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Okay. Get me. Put a lot of stuff on, get me.
He's
Right.
working, he's working.
Yeah. Item 25, authorizing county judge to enter into a Xerox copy machine lease for the 63rd District Court. The purchase price is $181.55 per month for 36 months. Payment will come from 63rd District Court copier expense budget line.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, all in favor. Second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 26, approving the purchase of 2 satellite telephones for precinct 3 and giving county judge authority to enter in a service agreement for a price of $658.80 per year to be paid out of precinct 3 operating expense. Do you want to take it out of your operating?
Yeah, that's fine.
You sure?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 27, authorizing the county judge to enter into and sign a Pitney Bowes postage meter lease for a price of $261.90 per quarter for 36 months for the county auditor's office to be paid out of county auditor's office supplies budget line item.
Move.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote. I actually put on here Flores. I don't know why I said Nettleton. I did write it right though, okay? I'm sorry. Item 28, approving a purchase of a Fujitsu? They don't have a coronavirus, does it? Approving a purchase of a Fujitsu scanner in the amount of $951.57 for the county judge's office. Payment will come out of county judge's office supply budget line item.
Is this a scanner for that program?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Can't we take that out of records archives?
he's saying yes.
Yes, yeah, we can.
I'll make a motion to approve to come out of archive, records. Is it archives or is it?
Is that where that program came out of?
Yes.
Okay. Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Authorization to put out, and on item 28, the ladies are really, young ladies are really enjoying that.
Yeah.
Lisa and Ella are really enjoying it. I still keep printing stuff. Item 29, authorization to put out requests for bids for repairs on roofs of county buildings that were damaged during the hailstorm.
Move.
Second. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 30, accepting a check from the Friends of Verde County Library in the amount of $2,886.18.
Move.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Mr. Bond, you got your $2,886. Thank you. Is that what he said? Gotcha. Item 31, authorizing payment of overtime pay for food distribution and other related expenses. We had this, 2 weeks ago,
Right.
and then we brought it back.
I make a motion, we extend it for 2 more weeks, Judge.
Where's gonna be the end of this?
Coronavirus, when that's over.
Yeah, no, come on. We're beyond that.
My only question with this is, I mean, you know, if we can keep, I don't know why we're having the overtime, because y'all are done during the day giving food. But either way, is that your motion?
I'll second that. Judge, the reason being, this overtime is kicking in, because we're having our people, road and bridge crews, bag the food and then help with distribution. It's long days, so.
Isn't that what we were doing before all this?
No, I have a bunch of volunteers helping out. Now, they're not going, I mean, they're scared, so.
They're scared.
Scared.
Okay. We have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Just a suggestion, court, if it's, this overtime rate obviously is going to be higher than if we just hired somebody to do it. I don't know if you guys want to look at that. If it is going to go until Corona is gone, is there a chance?
Let's do this.
And just,
I think that's a good idea, and if y'all wanna look at that, bring that back to us, give us that, and then we'll go from there. Would that be okay, Matt?
yeah, that'd be good, and then we can get your people back to,
Doing what they're supposed to be doing?
That'll work. There's a problem.
We have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw. We have a second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have an aye from Commissioner Wardlaw, an aye from Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Vasquez.
Judge, no, I'm not gonna vote for extending the, I thought we were just gonna wait, give it a couple more weeks, Judge. And stop here for the
Okay.
overtime on the,
So your vote would be your vote is not aye then?
right, correct.
Okay, so we have, Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Flores voted aye. Commissioner Vasquez, you vote no. Is that right?
Correct.
Commissioner Nettleton?
No.
Judge votes no. Motion fails. Okay, item 32, discussion regarding the state mandated cyber training. He doesn't want to get up here and scold us, because we really got to do it. Before she resents to us and gives us all embarrassed with this, I'm one of the ones that has not done it. My daughter's gonna do it for me.
She went well, secretary.
Right now, we have 62 staff, that have not done this. This is,
How many of those are elected officials? Because I'm one of them.
I can call out names if you like.
No, no, we're
The
I haven't done it
majority,
either.
the majority of elected officials have not. So, and the problem we're having right now, a lot of people are logging into the old one, which was the one that was put on by TAC a year ago. So when I look in the system, it's saying they're 60%, 20% complete. They're not at all. They haven't even touched the one that's state
So will you
mandated.
get out a list of, a clean list to date everybody?
Yeah, and I do. I mean, I've been reaching out to everybody individually.
Just send me the link. Send me the link.
Yeah, all right,
30 minutes of my life.
all right.
What happens if you don't get it done?
Well, I'm required to report to the state on, the last day to do this is June 14th. On the 15th, I have to log into the state, database and report who has and who hasn't. I think we'll probably get fined maybe, I don't know.
Well, I'll do it just as soon as my daughter.
I mean, it's really easy. It's not complicated. It's just listening to
Is there
the
a test?
video. It's right, it'll ask you some questions. It'll give you a little scenario, and then it tells you, just to make sure you're listening. Can you log in with this login? Are you allowed in this website? And you select A, B, C, or D, and then you get a certificate.
You know that when you talk about websites, I've got an IT guy who's pretty much blocked me from anything.
Well,
I'm gonna let you in nothing anyway.
And I don't want to put him on the spot, but our IT guy hasn't done it either, so.
I don't feel so bad now. I don't feel so bad.
But it's really easy to do.
When your computer goes out this afternoon.
I mean, our new hires, I send them the link and they're done within 30 minutes, 30
Yeah, because they haven't started a job, they don't have anything else to do.
There was a lot of people that were at home during all this Corona thing, and they couldn't log in at home, and nobody did it either.
And we
so-
were paying them at the time, so.
Okay.
I mean, we need to get it done.
Okay.
All right, send me the link.
You're gonna send it out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Item 33, approving. I'm having a hard time reading through these fogged up glasses. Approving HR monthly report from May 13th, 2020 through May 27th, 2020.
They all in compliance?
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Thank you.
5-0 vote. 2020 is gonna be a year to remember, right? Jesus Christ. 34, approving a fireworks ban for rockets with sticks and missiles with pins.
Move.
Okay. Motion Commissioner Nettleton, second, I don't know why I think that's funny.
I guess if you don't put sticks and pins, then they don't count. or-
I guess. A motion Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote.
Does that need to have a time frame?
Supposed to.
For 60
But
days
it's
or
a
90
90-day
days?
deal. I think it's, we need an effective date. And then, because there's the law.
I'll amend my motion to be effective immediately and
I think it's like 90 days, whatever, I think it's 90 days.
I think it's 90 days.
But effective immediately. Motion, second accept. All those in favor?
Right.
Aye. 5-0 vote again. Janie, did we get that?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Item 35, requesting issuance of county credit card for Valverde County's office to be used, sheriff's office to be used to, issued to, I'm sorry, Apolonio Hernandez Jr.
Move.
Second. Motion for Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Right.
5-0 vote. Item 36, amending budget to include adding funds to sheriff's budget, line item number 172012213316000 funds were never budgeted for fiscal year 2019-2020.
What's this account number for?
So this is, funds that come from the state on a yearly basis. It depends on the number of commissioned peace officers that we have. They sent these funds to the agency and they're only be able to use.
It's not costing us anything. We're not trying to find money. We're
No,
just-
the money's there, it was just never put in our budget to be, so we can't spend it.
Okay, motion to approve and to put in the sheriff's budget.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote, 5-0 vote. 37, authorization to submit for and accept safety equipment from the 2020 TAC Risk Management Program Employee Safety Equipment Program.
Move.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 38, requesting authorization to purchase 4 hotspots for the Valverde County Sheriff's Office.
Move.
Second. They're the, for your Wi-Fi?
Yes, sir, for some of the, patrol units that require a hotspot.
Okay. You're not buying hot plates or nothing? Okay. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. We've already gone into executive session. Commissioners' comments?
Be safe out there.
County judges' comments? Thank y'all again. This meeting's adjourned. Have a good day. Have a good week.